Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he'll bring it back. The LSU Tigers offense will get the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs.
Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. LSU LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. A strike downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. He's at the... and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the point. A very efficient. Five-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make them.
It's a fumble!
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit, you cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback extends the play. He'll try to do it himself. Makes the grab. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking downfield, it's French. Back open in the middle. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging right.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception.
Got some room to run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds his man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Fast completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looking to throw, it's French. Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Hendricks. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. Caught over the middle. It's Hendricks. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, it's French. Gets rid of it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Tigers! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That return man saw daylight, the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That's caught. It's Hendricks. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Wants to bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air, it's Sorsby. Finds his man, it's Craver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Got a man. It's Watkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
To the air on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Huffman. And they'll knock him down. Missouri wants to go fast. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
How How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half. Here and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now
there he goes. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back on the move.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fired complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run it to the right. Runs through a tackle. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Grab near the marker. It's Hendricks. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to pass. It's French. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run play action. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance. Turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quickly to the tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun. Give on the inside. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. It's been like a launching pad for that UCF offense today. Liftoff and touchdown on just about every series. They're up by 18 over UMass. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go to the ground. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. Guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. They get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Power football with the run. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Madison. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Roberts. Got the first down and more. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Get it.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Madison. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Makes the grab. It's Best. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough back to that.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting... Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Red pass, it's complete. Inside the 45. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Durham. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation.